You ever notice how a summer felt like a lifetime when you were a kid, but now a whole year just vanishes in a flash? It's a feeling we all know, but here's the thing. It's not just a feeling. It's actually a neurological reality. So today, we're going to break down the science of why time seems to speed up as we get older. And, way more importantly, we're going to explore the exact practical things you can do to get it back. Let's kick things off with a question that's probably on your mind right now. I mean, this is the big one, isn't it? It feels like some kind of cosmic prank where the clock just starts ticking faster and faster as you age. But what if I told you the clock isn't changing one bit? What's really changing is your brain's relationship with time itself.
This right here, this pretty much says it all. That endless childhood summer, it was packed with firsts. You know, the first time you swam in the deep end, that first campfire, the first time you went on a trip without your parents. Now, think about the last year. For most of us, it's a blur of commutes, meetings, and routines. So what's the neurological switch that flips between these two completely different experiences?
Well, it all boils down to one single critical concept in how our brains work: novelty. This one idea is the key that unlocks the entire mystery of why time seems to fly by. Okay, so this is the absolute core of it. Your brain doesn't record time like a stopwatch, ticking off every single second equally. No way. It's way more efficient than that. It only bothers to hit the record button when something new, something novel happens. Routine? Routine is basically invisible to your brain's long-term memory. And this is exactly what happens. In childhood, everything is new. It's like a fire hose of new information, and it forces your brain to work hard, constantly writing down new data. This intense recording process creates this incredibly rich tapestry of memories, and that's what makes time feel so long. But as an adult, we build routines. Our brain recognizes the patterns, it stops paying attention, and it just slips into this low power mode. And that low power mode, it's got a name: autopilot. And it's where most of us spend the vast, vast majority of our adult lives. It's this weird state where your body is in one place, but your mind is, well, it's somewhere else entirely. Just think about it for a second. When you're on autopilot, driving the exact same route to work, mindlessly scrolling through your phone, your brain isn't recording anything because nothing new is happening. You aren't truly living those hours in a way your memory is ever going to register. You're just, well, you're processing them. And time that goes unrecorded feels like no time at all. So the antidote to autopilot isn't about doing more things, it's about noticing more. It's about forcing your brain to hit record again by fully engaging your senses. So instead of walking while you're thinking about where you're going, you actually feel your feet hitting the pavement. You notice the cool air on your skin. You see that little crack in the sidewalk. You make the ordinary extraordinary. And by doing that, you turn an unrecorded moment into a recorded one. Okay, but if it's that simple, why don't we just do it all the time? Well, because our minds actively, desperately run away from the present moment. We've developed a powerful, global addiction to distraction. I mean, let's just be honest with ourselves for a second. That endless scroll, it isn't just for fun. It's a highly effective tool for avoidance. It's an escape hatch we pull anytime the present moment gets a little too quiet, a little too uncomfortable, or a little too real. And what exactly are we escaping from? Well, the present moment is where everything lives. It's where you feel the weight of your worries, the sting of your regrets, and maybe the most uncomfortable thing of all: the honest, unfiltered truth about how you feel about your life, right here, right now. It's no wonder we'd rather watch a video of a cat falling off a couch. Okay, so we get the problem. Now let's move on to the solution. And this isn't about some vague mystical belief system. This is a practical, neurological toolkit. Let's walk through 5 concrete techniques you can use to pull your brain off of autopilot and actually start slowing down time. So here they are. We're going to walk through each of these 5 practices one by one. We'll start with setting anchor points, then we'll move to single tasking, then the 5-4-3 sensory scan, the surprising power of just slowing down, and finally we'll wrap up with the evening replay. First up, anchor points. This is so simple. Just choose 3 moments that happen every single day, like your first sip of coffee in the morning or the moment you step outside. And in those exact moments, you just stop for 5 seconds. You take one deep breath, and you simply notice. What do I see right now? What do I hear? What do I feel? Trust me, 5 seconds of true presence is worth more than 5 hours on autopilot. Next up, single tasking. Just pick one thing a day to do with your full, undivided attention. Eat a meal without your phone. Take a walk without any music or podcast. Have a conversation where you just listen. And I'm going to be blunt. This is going to feel incredibly difficult. Your brain, which is addicted to distraction, is going to scream for a hit of stimulation. You have to treat it like a withdrawal and just push through it. Okay, technique number 3 is called the 5-4-3 sensory scan. And it is a powerful tool for any time you feel rushed or overwhelmed. First, you just stop and look around. Mentally name 5 distinct things you can see. Your keyboard, a pen, a plant, a light fixture, anything at all. Next, you bring your awareness into your body and you identify 4 things you can physically feel. Could be the pressure of the chair you're sitting on, your feet on the floor, the fabric of your shirt, the watch on your wrist. And finally, just listen for 3 distinct sounds. Maybe it's the hum of your computer, a distant siren, your own breathing. Look, this isn't just some relaxation trick. It's a neurological tool that literally forces your nervous system back into the present moment. And it works every single time. Step 4 is so simple, it's almost deceptive. Intentionally slow down your physical movements. See, when you rush your body, your mind races ahead into the future. By walking, talking, and even eating just a little bit slower, you create space for your mind to catch up and sync with your body in the here and now. And the final practice is the evening replay. Before you go to sleep, just play back your day like a movie in your head. The crucial question to ask yourself is this: which moments did I actually experience? And which hours just disappeared into that autopilot fog? This builds the awareness you need because, let's face it, you can't break a habit you don't even realize you have.
Ultimately, these techniques aren't just a bunch of life hacks. They actually point to a much deeper philosophy of how to live.
The Roman philosopher Seneca said it perfectly 2,000 years ago. The goal isn't just to make life feel longer. The real goal is to waste less of it, to actually inhabit the time that we're given. And this, right here, is the final takeaway. Think about it. A person who lives for 90 years, but spends 80 of them on autopilot, has lived a life that is largely unrecorded and, in a very real sense, unlived. But a person who lives for 60 years and is fully present for them, well, they've lived a far richer, fuller, and subjectively longer life. So it all leaves us with one last really crucial question. It's not about how many hours are in your day, but how much life you can pack into those hours. So as you look at the rest of your day ahead, which moments are you going to choose to actually live?